I preside with wisdom, and him would admit, and then you would admit when that lightning was struck your head. Oh shit, there he goes again. TWA, there's a grin in my head. Just dying to release somehow like a rose would grow. Y'all would have known that release something gross inside. And y'all be like gross when bug would leave the pulp. And I would have been the pulpest motherfucker. I thought that I was. Boom. Up the ante, then the flow was granny, yo. Another second to live, so y'all be gone. And another cross would have been when you'd be late. Then I would be late. The visit that I would have said that I'd be there, but I wasn't. And another minute would have clicked. When the second used to did, and I used to make sense type shit, but now the grist don't replace the flowers I left. Didn't it, dog? Then an idea that's strong, so hard to knock you off of that feet in God. Feet that were long, longer than the part of the old stick was. Awnings that go lay for a wall, and then when you wake and fucking years past the calendars and the pages there walls. Pulse was what the moss would have done if it coughed, son, and then the salt would have tasted good from the cherry bark. I would have known at all what I'm talking about. But it's all an e-blog test every time that I go blah, blah, blah and shake my head. Bow! Maracas sound good. Why don't you rock to this tune, and then I would have off you real soon if your chick would have wanted it, dude. And then I would have looked at the clock. This clock knows all. The seconds that it did, it's all. Reminiscing of this every time I'm on a mission again from these words that I'm releasing from this. Release the press for receipt, so the press release can get the inkjet that it wishes that it got for the sentence I get. All of y'all as paragraphs I haven't said yet. Code that you lived before I did type shit. Before idea was struck, the lightning above. But more for me jaw than I'm living up top, and then I live with this talk because then I lit it to the edge and then I'm pushing it off with a notch. With the push of a bug, I'm George Jessamy your Oscar. Y'all would have been astronauts when y'all don't think that you got the right stuff. I knew that you did. It's just that you don't get a suit, so your lungs are gonna blow up and your eyes are gonna bulge. I've been sockets, dog. Risky twist, you could have called me Walt if you want. When you go on a walk, type stuff with a dog, you hardly knew at all, but you became best friends during this song. Wow. Salt me up on seasonings and packs you get when you rip this, because then I go and rip the dishes with this, and I just want to cause a couple lacerations on skin. Then I could have been Lazarus, bitch. Whoever he was a hell of a guy type stuff, making the grass grow, dog. Because there's another knock at the door, hoping somebody would open this motherfucker that was couldn't have been oak, but it's not, because then you would have had the oak chest. That was the hope one that never flowed the way that I was. The way that the waves would have crashed just to see another one of these that I would have said, and then they could go back to the wish they would have come, bitch. Every wish has a tip for this shit, because then they would tilt back for more of what I said before I said them yet before. The fucking censor would have put an X across my lip before I would have said some exorcist shit before your head would start to spin. Whole bunch of hearts and nuts, because they were in the heart like a moth to get the rays on the top. The rays from the suns and the clouds been gone in the sick, so I could have said some enlightening bitch like that was just a flip of what was attached to the wall like I put there. I'm an electrician, bitch. I'm just testing this shit, like dipping my toe in to see what the temp would have been in the wet. Boom. Gloss bulls, mold for me flows, and then I would mold you like so. He was a Power Ranger with soul. Get the guard from motherfucker. He needs to be off from the bed. He laid a wall 1,000 years past during this song. It was a passenger pigeon all along in the box. He thought he was holding a rock, but he's not. Cause then I would have been holding your soul close. Ours with a touch. Ours with the swung of what was sharp when the edge would have touched what you got. That used to be flesh, but now it's not, because that would have cut in strips you could call jerky, cause I dried it a bit. This was my thesis at the top. Toward the middle mower, this would have struck y'all simply dumb dog, because then I would have dumped down every part and all, so you would have turned the knob off just to hear when the song was. That was an X on the mob that was rolled like a scroll, but y'all would need a rope to know. You need to talk to Moke and ask him 101 questions like he's a Dalmatian, like a dog. Adore me flow, connect the dots later on. That's what all the polkas about. That's what all the humdrum was with the drum that they struck, because then the march would have been the lid on the top, because I would have been off me rocker with flows. I mowed on a spot, because then I would mow the same spot in the yard 100 times, so it precise. That's my OCD cake in there. That's me mine. Making mince meat of y'all, because when wit would meet, when my words would have been said, all of this shit would have been struck in the gold. Like that was what I've been working on. It's a fucking crucible. Cause when the fire get hard, the smoke will rise, and pain is crazy. When I would start to sing, connect forward in my wings, flow with this flows that I said, because then y'all would have been a wall strike. What would hit the rocks? That's close to the beast, but it's no. I'm close to the beat, but I'm far off. Y'all would have got the moss to rip from off of the ship that you was on. Boom! I'm a shark with a fin that would pulse on the surface like so, because then y'all would have said to a girl with your hands clasped, like I's gonna be the last thing that you saw type shit, and the soft that you ate till it's gone and you licked your plate type shit. Cause then I would have recreated. Y'all saw a show this is what you thought it was at all. Redirect this shit, like I changed the ways of the current if I wish. But the current is what y'all would butter knife to the wall, because then I would have been butt all along. Like I'm slamming or dunking a ball. I got me a ball like I did something wrong. It's a polar flow from Apollo, so I'm kinda like the sun. Kinda like just as hot, because then I could brighten you up like making a small when there was a frog. Then I would have been in the fog, but don't call me a cloud. I was a cloud, but my tears were all cried, so it was all dry, like a cactus all of the time. Yes, this is the task. Would have been nice, I'm a Christian, right? Because then I would have been something to encrypt your mind. I just slipped in for sick like under the door. You should have put tall. You should have sung song to some type of gall, because this you could have wore that sundress all year long. This is the law, dog. Because then I would have said something to push you off the plank of the ship to make sure that you drown, because I tied a fucking stone around you. Like a bow tie or something. Like a bow tie. What's up? Like a bow tie. Why yes, it's TWA, why of course. Thank you. No, thank you. Wow.